We're back with a look at the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Hawks beat the Cavs 3-1 in the regular. They were 2-1 against the Cavaliers in games with LeBron James. The Cavs won the first game by 33 points. They went ballistic on threes. Then Atlanta won the second game by 29. They went ballistic on threes. LeBron averaged 23.7 PPG against the Hawks in the regular. And earlier today, Kyle Korver talked about the importance of holding serve at home.
We got to take care of home court, first of all. You know, these are important games, and I think we know that, and just come out with a sense of urgency and, play our game. And, I don't know, we just play Hawks basketball.
We want to continue to play at a high pace, and we will continue to push. And, some games we've been able to do that, and other games we haven't. And as you watch other teams, some games are high scoring and some games are low scoring. I think there's probably some myths about the playoffs that aren't altogether true. So we want to play with great pace, and we'll see if we can get that done.
So let's go on the road, presented by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. As we look at the Cavaliers' road record in these playoffs, they're 4-1 with a point differential of plus 7.2. That is mighty impressive. They're making 10 threes per road game, but they're getting hammered in the paint at a minus 11.2. So, Isiah, back in the day, you were that guy. LeBron James right now is that guy. How does it change things for the road team when they have that guy entering in, the other guy's arena?
Well, it changes because a lot of people are coming to the game to see LeBron James, and they're your home crowd. But a lot of them will have on LeBron James jerseys, or, their sons or daughters will be rooting for, LeBron James. And he has the ability to take your home crowd and make your home crowd cheer for him. And there aren't many players in the game that can do that. When you're that good, where you can make the opposing team in the building cheer for you and come see you play, that's magical.
Now, Sam, let's talk about how the Hawks are going to try to contend with the greatest player in the world. After the Hawks beat the Wizards last Friday night, we had DeMar Carroll on, and he mentioned LeBron James as the best player in the world, so he totally knows what's up. Now, how does Carroll go about defending LeBron James here in this series, and how much help do you think Carroll will get in defending LeBron?
Oh, a lot. But first of all, look at it from DeMar Carroll's point of view. He's had an unbelievable playoffs, the entire playoffs. Shooting the ball well, he's scoring in different ways, he's defending. He's known as a tough defender, in-your-face defender. But he's playing against the best player in the world. So to expect DeMar Carroll to stop LeBron James by himself, no, it's going to take team defense. But what DeMar Carroll's going to have to do is make LeBron work. He's going to have to make him a volume scorer. You can't let LeBron James get 30 points on 15 or 16 field goal attempts. He's got to take 25-plus shots if he gets 30 points. And you got to make him work. You got to take him off his sweet spots. You got to make him work without the ball. And you got to understand that LeBron James is just as dangerous passing as he is scoring. That's what people forget. They think because he's not scoring, he's not affecting the game. No, his passing really affects the game. So don't be surprised to take a book out of San Antonio playbook. Coach Budenholzer, who was a longtime assistant there, think about what San Antonio did when they beat LeBron in Miami. They showed him a wall. They kept him out of the paint. They forced him to shoot contested jump shots. And when he did drive, they did not foul him and put him on the free throw line. Yep. Because you can't let LeBron James get your entire front line in foul trouble. And so expect to see the same strategy. When LeBron James in pick and roll, see the bigs are going to be up with DeMar Carroll. Watch that when he does get penetration, they're not going to foul him. They're going to make him finish over Al and all their bigs on the inside. And they're going to try to limit his possessions and make him a volume scorer and not let him be so efficient with the basketball, with the offense.
Now, the Hawks fell into a 2-1 hole against the Washington Wizards and then won the last 3 games, 4, 5, and 6. And Jeff Teague really was a barometer for the Hawks in the series, games 1 through 3, 12.7 PPG, 29%. Games 4, 5, and 6 averaged 20 and shot 50%. Now, in Game 5 of the Brooklyn series, he turned his right ankle. He turned that ankle again in Game 1. So, Isiah, how much do you think the ankle is feeling better and how that contributed to the better numbers in 4, 5, and 6? And how do you see Teague translating this play to the Cleveland series?
I think his ankle is fine now. After you win a series, all of a sudden your body feels a lot better. You're a little healthier and everything starts to work. I think the key for Atlanta will be, can their point guards get into the paint and consistently stay in the paint? Can Teague and Schroeder get into the paint and live inside the paint, constantly forcing the Cleveland defense to shrink, and then they can kick the ball out to the three-point shooters. If those two engines aren't going and they can't get penetration inside the paint, then Cleveland will be able to stay on the perimeter shooters. They won't have to leave Culver. They won't have to leave Carroll. And, they'll just play a perimeter game. But if those two guys can consistently get into the paint, break the defense down, draw and kick, now that's the way Atlanta plays. So those are the two most important players for the Atlanta Hawks. And you can guarantee that Cleveland scouting report is talking about how do you stop these two engines from going.
And in terms of Kyrie Irving, a couple days ago he was listed as questionable. He said that he's good to go for game one, will be out there. He's dealing with a left knee injury and also a right foot injury. So his health will be something that we're all watching throughout this series.